Welcome to the English class, children. Today we'll complete the textual exercises. Now this first bit, if you all see, complete the following table about the failures and successes of the great personalities mentioned in the lesson you have just read. The first one is done for you. If you see this here, the first one, the serial number 1, we have Abraham Lincoln. His failures and rejections he faced: failed in business, defeated in legislative elections, had nervous breakdown, lost congressional race and senatorial race. So these are his failures and rejections that he faced in his life. So finally, what success did he get? Elected President of United States of America. So in this way, each table you all have to fill up. So now in the second one, if you see, they did not give us the person or the failures or rejections he faced, but they only gave us the final success, what he got. So now if you can see here, the answer table I have prepared for you all. This, the man who invented the triode stew here. Okay, so who is that man? Lee De Forest. So what failures and rejections did he face? Charged by the district attorney. So in the same way, third one, if you all see, they have given us the name of the persons, Wright brothers, but they did not give us his failures or rejections, whatever he faced, nor final success. Okay, so what was the failures and rejections he faced? A New York Times editorial questioned the wisdom of the Wright brothers. So what final success did he get? Took their famous flight at Kitty Hawk. At last they succeeded. So in this way, I want you all to complete the remaining 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks are given here. So in each one, whichever person we read about in the previous lesson, you all write their names. Then the same way how I wrote there, their failures and rejections and their final success. For example, you can take in the fourth one, you can write about Colonel Sanders. Then fifth, you can write about Walt Disney. Then sixth, Thomas Edison. Then Henry Ford. Then eighth one, Lee Iacocca. 9, Ludwig van Beethoven. Like that, whichever table is not filled up there, you all have to fill up, see and fill up whatever is necessary there. Okay, now the next page, if you all see, children, we have study skills. I'll read this following story for you, then in the end we have a table to complete. So just listen to this story, whatever I am reading. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer or contractor of the plans to leave the house building business to live a more leisurely life with his wife and enjoy his extended family. He would miss the paycheck each week, but he wanted to retire. They could get by. The contractor was sorry to see his good worker go and asked if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. So here the contractor had very good terms with the worker because the worker was very good at the work he was doing, the carpenter. So when the carpenter wanted to leave his job, the owner was very sad. So what did he ask the carpenter to do? To build one more house for him as a personal favor. But over time, it was easy to that his heart was not in his work. So the carpenter agreed because it was the last favor which he had to do for his master. When he took up his task, all these years, he was very much interested in his work. So whatever work he did, he was doing it with interest. But when he decided to leave the job, now it was not easy for him to concentrate. So he was only doing this work only to satisfy his master. He resorted to shoddy workmanship. Shoddy, children, meaning of shoddy, badly made. So what did he do? His workmanship became very shoddy, means he did not have any interest to do this work. For example, I'll use it in a sentence. Sita did a shoddy job because she has no painting experience. So whatever work she did was very shoddy, badly made, and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end a dedicated career. So here the carpenter, because he was not interested to complete his work, so whatever he did was not at all good. Okay, he even used very inferior materials. Then one day what happened? When the carpenter finished his work, his employer came to inspect the house. Then he handed the front door key to the carpenter and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." So imagine what must have gone across this carpenter. As soon as he finished his work, the employee came to inspect the house. Then what did the employer do? He handed over the new house keys to the carpenter. The carpenter was shocked because the work whatever he did, the last work whatever the owner asked him to do, he did not do it properly. What a shame. If he had only known that he was building his own house, he would have done it also differently. So it is with us. We build our lives a day at a time, often putting less than our best into the building. So we also, children, whenever we try to do our work or to complete our work, okay, so if we put our interest in that, the work whatever you complete will be the best. Okay, even if it is about your career, even it is about your choices that you make, everything, if you are interested in that, the output will be very good. Then with a shock we realize we have to live in the house we have built. So after some years, now during the study years of yours, now some may not be interested in studies, but in the future that only will be the best part of your, okay, if you study hard, your future will be your best. If we could do it over, we would do it much differently. So by the time you settle down, if your life is not at your best, then you will sit and think that we should have done it differently, which cannot be done. But you cannot go back. You are the carpenter of your life, and every day you hammer a nail, place a board or erect a wall. So every day whatever you do, your study, your career, whatever you do, that will make a mark in your life. Someone once said, life is a do-it-yourself project. Your attitude and the choices you make today help the build house you will live in tomorrow. Therefore, build wisely. So here the house is compared to your life here. So the moral what you get in the story is, build your life with good attitude. Okay, then everything will come at its best for you. So here, children, if you see this, the next part, complete the table given below. So in the first serial number 1, if you see, points to be observed, evidences from the story. So the first one, I will explain to you all. The first one, what did they give? The setting or location in which the story took place. So you all have to go through the story once again, read the story twice, then only you will be able to answer these questions. So the setting or location in which the story took place. So where was it? It may be a building, or it is setting where you can show the retirement of a carpenter. The main characters in this story. Who are those main characters? A contractor and a carpenter. So like this, they have given us 7 numbers here, 7 blocks here to fill up, and they have given us points what you have to pick up from that. The turning point of the story, the irony in the story, the message in the story, and suggest a possible title. If you notice here, we don't have a title for this story. They did not give us any title for the story.